Mama tells me about a time when she lived in El Paso with Tia, only a bridge separating El Paso from Ciudad Juarez. Ciudad de Mujeres Asesinadas, city of murdered girls. Some days, Mama would go into city with Tia, buy mangoes and chiles, send money to Abuelita. She tells me how it wasn't a rich city, but it wasn't ugly. No estaba feo, she says. But then, this was 1994, and the murders were just beginning. This is not a poem about my mother. 22, when she would cross the bridge to get to Ciudad Juarez, Ciudad de Mujeres Asesinadas, city of murdered girls. This is a poem about another 22-year-old girl with brown skin and dark hair and indigenous blood, who looked like my mother but was not. This is a poem about a 15-year-old girl and a 14-year-old girl and hundreds of other girls and thousands of other girls and none all at once, because it is a poem about a government who refuses to keep count of the girls their misogyny murders. A poem for Rosa Diana, whose murder still walks below pink city lights. This is a poem for 21 mujeres found in a dry riverbed, January 2012. A poem trying to cry out ni una más, alongside poet Susana, but cannot, because like mujeres she fought for, her voice dried out like riverbed. This is a poem forced to say murderers allowed to roam free under patriarchal paradigms are still murderers. A poem for Marisela Escobar, murdered for investigating murder of her daughter. This is not a poem about my mother. This is a poem about mothers who could have been my mother, who marched down Juarez streets bearing pink crosses for their daughters, my sisters. Some students like me carry textbooks heavy like expected domestication, who ride buses after hours, walk down dark streets, murdered because poor, because dispensable, because organs, because feminine, because feminine, because feminine. But this is a resurrection poem, a poem about pink crosses replacing city lights. A poem for Susana Chavez, who wrote poems for Mujeres Asesinadas and soon became a Mujer Asesinada. A poem saying ni una más for every act of femicide that goes unnoticed, uncounted, unhealed, for every trans girl murdered, for every black girl murdered, for every mujer murdered on this planet. This is a poem saying not one damn more.